Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Oh my gosh, it's so great to be together in this Shabbat. I'm Rabbi Zach Shapiro, and you just heard the soaring melody from our guest today, who Kentralani will be introducing more formally in a moment. We're so glad that you're here with us. Tonight is an extraordinary Shabbat of music, of spirit, of renewal, and of all of us together. So again, I'm Rabbi Zach Shapiro here with Kentralani Freilich and our very special guest, Elana Arian. And Kentralani, do you want to introduce and tell us a little bit about Elana?
I would love to. We are so fortunate to have Elana Arian with us tonight. And we're very grateful to her, especially considering she is joining us from New York. So it's now 10 o'clock her time. So thank you, Elana, for bearing with our West Coast timeline. So Elana is one of the leading voices in contemporary Jewish music. She's a composer, a multi-instrumentalist, a recording artist, and she is an artist in residence at synagogues all over the country. She has released 3 beautiful albums of original music, and she also serves on the faculty at Hebrew Union College, Jewish Institute of Religion in the Debbie Friedman School of Sacred Music. We are so happy to have Elana with us. Thank you so much for being here, and thank you everyone for joining us tonight at Temple Akiba. And with that, we are going to have Elana lead us in our opening song.
Thank you, Cantor, and thank you, Rabbi. It's so wonderful to be with you. And it's always a good excuse to have a cup of coffee during services. I don't normally get to do that, but I'm thrilled to be with you coming from Brooklyn, New York. And we'll begin with words from our Psalms of how good it is to be together in community. And we know that even in these tiny boxes, in this very strange day, we are together. Join me with words of Hine Matov. Hine Matov u'ma na'im sheverach טוב ומה נעים, שברכתים גם יחד. הנה מה 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 טוב ומה נעים, שברכתים גם יחד. We'll keep meditating on that feeling of community and togetherness. Same words, hine ma tov. How good and sweet it is to be together. Join me. Hine ma tov ומה נעים, שברכתים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שברכתים גם יחד. זה הנה מה טוב, הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שברכתים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שברכתים גם יחד. After me, how good it is, how sweet it is, yeah, to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is, to be together on this day. Hine ma tov, hine ma tov ומה נעים, שברכתים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שברכתים גם יחד. Sing shalom aleichem, shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. Shalom aleichem, salam aleikum. How good it is, how sweet it is, to be together on this day. How good it is, how sweet it is, to be together on this day. I love those hand motions, keep it up. Hine ma tov ומה נעים, שברכתים גם יחד. הנה מה טוב ומה נעים, שברכתים גם יחד.
Elana, what a beautiful, beautiful way to bring us into Shabbat. And while this melody may be newer to some of our older adults, we sing this almost every week in religious schools. So it's one of the favorites among our younger generation, and it will soon become a favorite for all of us. It's so filled with joy. Elana, just like you're bringing light, we now welcome a young woman who brings such extraordinary light every time she comes into our presence, and that is Claire Ostrick, who is becoming a bat mitzvah tomorrow. So we're going to invite Claire, Claire, her sister Naomi, and her parents, Karen and Gary. They're going to light our Shabbat candles for us, as well as offer our Kiddush. And we encourage you, if you're at home and have Shabbat candles and a Kiddush cup in the vicinity, please light them along with us. So Claire, we welcome you.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav etzivanu lechatlik ner shel Shabbat.
Thank you so much. We invite all who are able to rise for the Kiddush now.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu b'shabbat kodsho b'achavat u'ratzon hilanu zikaron lema'aseh Bereshit kichu yom techilah lemikra kodesh zecher litziyah Mitzrayim kivanu bacharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim b'shabbat kodshecha ve'achava u'ratzon hinichaltanu Baruch atah Adonai Mekadesh HaShabbat.
L'chaim, Claire, that was so wonderful. Please be seated. It's now such an honor to invite forward three different people who will be offering a hello from our leadership. The first is Kathy Penzo, and she's here from our board, and she is our VP of Affiliations. Following Kathy will be Herman Barnathan, who's here from our men's group. And Linda, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe Helene Jaffa is offering our hello from the sisterhood to Claire. So Kathy, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Welcome to our Shabbat service, and Yashar Koach to Claire on her bat mitzvah and to the family. Thank you for lighting the candles and saying the Kiddush this evening. Just a few announcements. We have a silent auction and a poker night happening tomorrow evening. You still have a chance to bid on our auctions and participate in our online poker tournament, which benefits all of our youth programs. And we are having a collection this Sunday for Grace Diner, which is right in Culver City. If you, between 9:30 and 11:30 in the morning, you can drop off your items at Temple Akiba in the Annex parking lot. You go online to our website, you can see the items that we need in the scrolling event page. And the Tikkun Olam Committee also has our Walk to End Genocide, which is a virtual walk for the month of November. If you go to Walk to End Genocide, you can find out more about how we are working to help end genocide and the atrocities that are going on throughout the world. So please support that as well. Shabbat Shalom.
Thank you so much, Kathy. We really appreciate all you do. Herman Barnathan, Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom, Rabbi, and Shabbat Shalom to everybody. This is the Tanakh, the Holy Scriptures. Starts at Bereshit and runs all the way through the Chronicles. And because you are so well versed in Hebrew, we wanted to make it a little easier for you. This book is completely in English. We're going to present it to you. The rabbi will give you the actual book tomorrow. It's already in the synagogue. But we want to present you tonight with a virtual one, a viral one, whatever, a virtual one, I guess they call it. Read it, cherish it, turn it over and over. It'll answer all of your questions. It is the most precious book you can ever own in your lifetime. Enjoy it and use it carefully. Mazel tov to you, mazel tov to your family.
Thank you so much, Herman. And finally, representing our sisterhood, Helene Jaffa.
Shabbat Shalom, Claire, and Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I'm really honored to be allowed to present the Kiddush Cup from Temple Akiba's Sisterhood to you this afternoon, this evening, because you have given us so much pleasure when you joined us at Torah study. It's really been great to know that you are offering such wisdom. And tomorrow you will get to offer more wisdom to the congregation who join you at your bat mitzvah. So to celebrate the occasion and to celebrate you, Sisterhood presents you with a Kiddush cup to be used at Jewish celebrations like Shabbat and the holidays, and every time that we say Kiddush in honor of opening a happy occasion. I hope you have many, many happy occasions. Shalom.
Thank you so much, Helene. I'd actually like to introduce one other person, and that's Maya Peled. Maya was here welcoming and greeting people as part of our 7th grade cohort as they came in. Maya, do you just want to say hello to everyone and tell us a little bit about when your bat mitzvah is?
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Mazel Tov to Claire and the Ostrich family. I am Maya Peled, and part of being a bat mitzvah is to be a greeter at least 3 Shabbat services, and my bat mitzvah will be on January 16th, 2021.
Thank you so much, Maya. We also want to acknowledge, and your being here really makes a difference. We want to acknowledge also that one of your classmates, I believe, is here, Diego Horowitz, who wasn't a greeter tonight, but he's here, and we want to wish him a Shabbat Shalom as well. Friends, one of the cool things in Judaism, I bet you didn't realize it, is that kind of like when you go to a baseball game, there's a wave, it goes around in a wave. We have the same thing in Judaism. And I'll tell you what I mean. Before I came to this service tonight, I was via Zoom in Las Cruces, New Mexico, where I mentor a student who's studying to be a rabbi at the Hebrew Union College. Her name is Sophia Zwei. She led an absolutely fabulous service. Here's where the wave comes in. It was about an hour ago at this time when we did the Lachad Odi. And in the last verse of Lachad Odi, everyone stands up. Now, everyone standing up in and of itself is not a wave, but think about it. Starting in time zones like across the ocean, they all stood up for Lachad Odi. Then an hour later, another group of people stands up. Then an hour later, another group of people stands up. And it's like a wave that goes around the globe when we do Lachad Odi. So in that time zone an hour ago, they did it. Now we get to do it when we sing Lachad Odi. Elana, it's all yours.
So I'm going to teach you a setting of the Lachad Odi. I don't know if you know it already. And if you don't, you'll know it in just a minute. Here's how the verse goes. Lachad Odi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabela. Lachad Odi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabela. Now you know it. Here we go. Lachad Odi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabela. Lachad Odi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabela. Shamor v'zachar b'dibur echad, Hishmi'anu el ha'miuchad, Adonai echad u'shmo echad, L'shem u'tiferet ve'litila. Lachad Odi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabela. Lachad Odi, likrat kala, penei Shabbat, nekabela. Likrat Shabbat Shabbat lechu v'nelcha Ki hi mekor habracha Merosh mikedem nesucha סוף מעשה במחשבה תחילה לחדדי, לחדדי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לחדדי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה התעוררי, התעוררי ואורך קומי אורי 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 שיר דברי כבוד אדוני עלייך נגלה לחדדי לחדדי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לחדדי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה. We rise as we are able in body or spirit to greet the Shabbat bride, to participate in that worldwide Jewish wave that the rabbi taught us of tonight. Boi v'shalom ateret bala גם בשמחה ובצהלה תוך אמוני עם סגולה בואי חלה בואי חלה לחדדי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לחדדי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לחדדי לחדדי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה לחדדי לקראת קלה פני שבת נקבלה.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hold on one second, folks. Eli just pressed a button and it dropped our screen a little bit. Oh, Eli, you're okay. Elana, that was just extraordinary. That was just extraordinary. Thank you for welcoming. Hi, Bubby. Thank you for welcoming Shabbat like this. All right. Oh, hold on.
I really relate to what your rabbi is going through right now because I have a baby almost the exact same age and she's
Right.
sleeping right behind this wall. So if I sing too loud in my little apartment in New York, she'll be up too.
Thank you for your understanding, everyone. Claire, we're going to continue with you offering us the Chatzi Kaddish.
Amen.
Shemay de Kudisha Brichu Le'ela Min Kol Birchata Beshirata Tushbechata Benechemata Da'amiran Be'alma Be'imeru Amen.
Amen.
Thank you so much, Claire. That was just beautiful. We are going to continue. We remain standing for our formal call to worship the Baruch Hu.
Ya la 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 la, ya la 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 yalla barechu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Alalai, lai, lai, alalai, lai, lai, yalalai, 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 lai, lai. We have many parts of our liturgy in Judaism that you may be seated. I'm sorry. We have many parts of our liturgy in Judaism that speak of and remind us of this great and powerful love that wraps us and protects us and keeps us safe and makes us feel strong and whole. In the morning service, we hear about Ahava Rabbah, a great, huge love that we are the recipients of. And in our evening liturgy, in our Shabbat liturgy, we have Ahavat Olam, the love of the whole world. And I like to think of that song, He's Got the Whole World in His Hands, and that feeling of what would it feel like if the whole world could be cradled in that beautiful shelter of love. This prayer, Ahavat Olam, reminds us that that love is there even when we don't feel it necessarily. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lemadta. Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael, Amcha ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Chukim u'mishpatim, Otanu lemadta. Al ken Adonai Eloheinu, B'shochbeinu u'v'kumenu, Nasiach b'chukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, ובמצוותיך לעולם ועד. כי הם חיינו ואורך ימינו, ובהם נגי יומם ולילה, ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים. ברוך אתה אוהב עמו ישראל.
We invite all those who are able to rise once again for Shema Yisrael. Our custom has been, as we sing it, to do the hand movements, and you can watch me and Cantorlani and our Cantori Linter and Liz for the movements. We do that for the Shema part. And when we get to Baruch Shem Kavod, we make the letter Shin with our fingers and we cover our eyes.
Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. 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 Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto, לעולם ועד. ברוך שם כבוד מלכותו, לעולם ועד. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד. שמע ישראל אדוני אלוהינו, אדוני אחד.
Please be seated, everyone. Claire, you are on now for the V'ahavta.
ושנתם לבניך, ודיברתם בם, בשבתך בביתך, ולכתך בדרך, ושבתך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאור על ידיך, וחיילו תותפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו, ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים ללכיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Ahmed, Claire, that was just beautiful. We continue now with our Micha Mocha, our prayer of freedom. We recall how our ancestors crossed the Sea of Reeds, and we realize that each and every day we have not only an opportunity but an obligation to walk and march toward freedom.
Who is like you, Adonai? Who is like you, Adonai? Yalla, yalla, la, yalla, yalla, la, la, yalla, yalla, la, 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 yalla, la, 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 la. Yalla, la, yalla, yalla, la, 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 yalla, la, 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 yalla, la, 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 la. Micha mocha, ba'elim Adonai, mi kamocha, ne'edar b'kodesh, nora tehilot, oseh hefele, nora tehilot, oseh hefele. Yalla, yalla, la, yalla, la, 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 yalla, la, 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 yalla, la, 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 la. Yalla, la, yalla, la, 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 yalla, la, 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 yalla, la, 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 la. Sing, who is like you? Who is like you? Adonai. Who is like you? Adonai. Yalla, yalla, la, yalla, la, 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 yalla, la, 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 yalla, la, 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 la. Yalla, la, yalla, la, 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 yalla, la, 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 yalla, la, 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 la. We move from the exuberance and the joy and the wow of that peak moment in our Jewish story of being redeemed from slavery, walking through walls of water, through the sea, and finding that we're free. And in our liturgy, there's this wise sort of foil to this prayer of exaltation, the prayer of Hashkivenu, the prayer that reminds us of our fragility and our need to be sheltered. And it's a prayer that we traditionally say every night to ask God to essentially keep us safe through the night and allow us to wake up the next day. And you hear the image, Sukkot Shlomecha, Sukkot Shalom. You hear Sukkah, right? Sukkot. It's not, the image in the prayer is not this very hardy, sturdy thing that will always keep us safe. It's a flimsy little sukkah. And for those of you who have sat in a sukkah on a windy day or a rainy day or maybe a night, you know that you can't always count on the sukkah to be there standing up if there's a big wind, right? It's a fragile, transient, in the moment type of a structure. And I think the wisdom of this prayer and of that image is to remind us our shelter and our peace is a fragile peace, and it's our responsibility to take care of one another. Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom V'hamidenu Shamreinu L'chaim L'chaim Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu Lishalom V'hamidenu Shamreinu L'chaim L'chaim Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha v'taknenu be'etza tova milfanecha v'hoshinu leman shemecha. Hashkivenu Adonai, Hashkivenu Adonai, Eloheinu Lishalom, Eloheinu Lishalom, V'hamidenu, V'hamidenu Shamreinu, L'chaim, L'chaim, L'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha v'taknenu be'etza tova milfanecha v'hoshienu leman shemecha.
Thank you so much for that prayer. Elana, I looked into I was scrolling through, just looking into the eyes of people as they were taking in this Hashkivenu, and it was so moving to see God through their eyes. It's like their eyes opened up and an extra soul was there. And that's your gift, Elana, for allowing us to see God through their eyes. So thank you. Claire, we now invite you to come forward to offer the prayer of our generations, because as a bat mitzvah, you're now standing as both a descendant and an ancestor. So we continue with the Amidah, and we invite the congregation once again to please rise.
Adonai sefatai tiftach ubiyagi techilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah. Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanara, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, V'Konei Hakol, V'Zocher Chasdei Avot Be'imachot, Umevi Gula Livnei V'Nechem, L'mon Shemo Be'achava, Melech Ozer U'Mashiach U'Magen, Baruch atah Adonai, Magen Avraham Ve'ezrat Sarah. Atah Gibor Le'olam Adonai, V'chayei hakol atah, Rav Lechashia, Mashiv haruach u'morid hagashem, V'chakel chaim b'chesed, V'chayei hakol b'rachamim rabim, Tomech noflim v'rofei cholim, U'matir asurim, U'mechayei emunato lishanei afar, Michamocha bal gevurot, U'midomelo, Melech mimi u'merchayei u'matzmiach Yeshua v'ne'eman atalech hachayot hakol Baruch atah Adonai mechayei hakol Atah kadosh v'shimcha kadosh u'kedashim b'chol yom yechalelucha selah Baruch atah Adonai ha'el hakadosh.
Claire, that was just beautiful. I'm looking behind me at this figure of the Baal Shem Tov, and as much as I like it, it doesn't really belong in a worship space, because we're not supposed to have what can look like an idol. So I'm going to move this aside, and we're going to ask everyone to be seated once again and take a moment to just look inside your own hearts and souls and find the voice that's there that speaks of your spirit and of your strength. And we're going to take a moment to pray silently.
Ratzon irefi ve'egion libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri ve'goali Adonai tzuri ve'goali Yehu ratzon irefi ve'egion libi lefanecha Adonai tzuri ve'goali Adonai tzuri ve'goali of my heart, be acceptable to you, Adonai, my rock and my redeemer. Yehu ratzon im refi ve'hegyon libi lefanecha. Adonai tzuri ve'goali, Adonai tzuri ve'goali.
Elana, thank you so much for the gift of that Yehu Ratzon. I know that Cantor and I are thinking so specifically when you sing that of our member who's here, Lauren Varsano, who brought that to us about 4 or 5 years ago and introduced it to our congregation. I think she learned it at Central Synagogue. And what a gift that is. And it's one that we have done every once in a while. And we love it. It really sings to our souls. So thank you for writing that gift for us. I'm looking at our community, and yes, we see the divine in your eyes, but there's also a lot of heaviness because people sitting right here, right now, have gone through so much and are going through so much with your health, with your feeling of security. And so we do pause in the uplifting prayers to another kind of uplifting prayer, and that is a prayer for healing. As Cantor Lani offers the Mishaberach, please, if you know of someone that we should all be praying for, share that name in the chat box. That person may be you, whether it is a physical or a mental or emotional kind of healing you're seeking. We are your community. We are here with you, and we pray with you as we ask for God's help.
Amen. Shabbat Shalom. It's so wonderful to be with you all. And I really appreciate the amount of Ruach that I'm seeing in this group in the little boxes. I have to tell you, it makes a huge difference for us to feel that we're singing together and clapping and moving and bringing in the grace and the peace of Shabbat with you from across the country is a great gift. So thank you so much for inviting me, and to your cantor and rabbi and your leadership for having me as a guest this evening. I wanted to offer a teaching to you in the form of a piece of music that I've written. As I said, I live in New York, in Brooklyn. I have two young kids. My youngest is the same age roughly as Rabbi's kids, and she's asleep right behind this wall. And I'm very proud that she doesn't wake up because it's almost 11 and I'm singing really loud. But she was born and raised in New York, so she's asleep. Anyway, and then my older daughter is 7 3/4, and it's even before this really truly unprecedented situation that we're in now of being in our homes and separate from so many people that we love and care about in the face of this truly terrifying pandemic. Even before that, I would have said that I was kind of a high-strung person to begin with. And, having kids will make you do that even more. And then living in the city, and normally I'm a full-time traveling musician, and there's quite a bit of, risk involved in that. Anyway, this is all to say that a couple of years ago, my wife, Julia, who's a cantor and also an avid meditator and practitioner of yoga, sort of more than once lovingly, gently said to me, Elana, have you ever thought of meditating? It might help you. She said it once and I was like, yeah, that's cool, but I don't know. I'm like, you know how I am. And then she sort of gently suggested it again, And when someone, as when someone that you love gently suggests several times that you maybe should think about possibly, it's time to take a look at it. So the last couple of years, I've been sort of trying to explore what I can in the world of meditation and mindfulness, which I know where you are is as big a thing as where I am. And I can tell you that for a while I was really, really bad at it. I know you're not supposed to think of meditation and mindfulness in terms of bad and good, but I'm just telling you, it was terrible. Every time I try to calm myself down, I have a list of things I'm supposed to be doing and did I call that person back? I'm just going to pause the timer. Let me write that thing down. It wasn't happening. And as I was kind of trying different types of meditations that my wife was giving me and friends, who are into mindfulness, giving me different types of teachers to listen to, I happened upon this one type of meditation that has really become very helpful to me. And it's called loving kindness meditation or metta. A couple of people are nodding here. So I'm going to give you a quick synopsis from a novice. If you're interested in it more, do some research because I'm going to give you my version, which is just after doing it for a couple years. But basically, the idea of loving kindness meditation is that we have the possibility, the capability as human beings to sort of turn ourselves into vessels of love and kindness, even maybe particularly in situations where we don't feel particularly loving or kind. And that is a thing that we need to practice in order to get good at it. And so the way that loving kindness meditation works is you come up with a group of phrases. You can make them up, but they're usually something like, may I be safe? May I be happy? May I be healthy? Okay, and at the beginning of the meditation, the teacher that I listen to, you direct those blessings at yourself quietly in your mind because there's an acknowledgement that all of us are in need of that healing. At the same way that we include that Misha Berach in our services every week, knowing that there's always someone in need of healing, and most importantly, probably we are. So we direct those phrases at ourselves first. May I be safe? May I be happy? May I be healthy? You do that for a while. The next stage of the practice is you're meant to picture someone who's good to you, a force of good in your life, someone who makes you feel happy, someone who makes you feel joy, and you picture that person. And then you direct those same blessings at them. May you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy, and you do that for a while. Now, the hard one is coming next. It's the person who is not good for you, someone who causes you pain or frustration, someone that you don't like thinking about. You can feel your blood pressure rise. And you picture that person, and then you have to direct the blessings at them. May you be safe, may you be happy, may you be healthy. It's hard, honestly, but I can tell you that in the short time that I've been doing it in a regular way, it makes a difference. Before the pandemic, when I used to randomly bump into people, I had the experience more than once of bumping into somebody who I had been who I didn't particularly like and who I'd been secretly blessing behind his back for a while because he was difficult for me. And I found that it was easier to be with that person and to not sort of feel my edges getting sharper. Okay, so this is a long introduction by way of saying that as I've been doing this practice, I noticed a parallel with one of our oldest blessings. We're told it's the oldest blessing in Judaism, the priestly benediction, Birkat Kohanim. It's the blessing that you hear in all the peak moments. Claire will hear it at her bat mitzvah tomorrow, and you hear it with a wedding couple and a baby naming and a bris, and all of the peak milestones. You hear the rabbi or the cantor say, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, right? May God bless you and keep you. That's the formula. And listen, it sounds just the same as what I just described to you. May God bless you and keep you. May God be gracious to you. May God give you peace. It's just a reminder of how all people sort of came from one place and then disseminated, because our tradition is just like that other tradition. Anyway, the one really interesting difference in Judaism's version of this formula is that in those peak moments, when the rabbi or the cantor is holding the baby up and the baby naming, like Simba in The Lion King, and they're holding them up and they say, Yivarechecha Adonai v'yishmerecha, may God bless you and keep you. The congregation actually has a part. We have a role. We say the words, Ken yehi ratzon. Ken yehi ratzon. May it be so. And it's a beautiful thing that in Judaism, you're not meant to have those peak ritual moments in your life without at least one other person there to say, Ken yehi ratzon. And even more so if we could all say it together in community. And you know what? It even works over Zoom. I've participated in a lot of beautiful milestones in the last few months where you hear that community say, Ken yehi ratzon, and you say, wow, this is an important moment. So I wrote a piece that I never know what to call it. It's like a prayer, meditation, song thing that I wrote. And it incorporates elements of the loving kindness meditation and the element of our collective blessing of one another, Ken yehi ratzon. So I'm going to teach you the refrain, and then I hope that we can do it together. It goes like this. Ken yehi ratzon, Ken yehi ratzon, may I find my way back home. Ken yehi ratzon, Ken yehi ratzon, may I find my way back home. So I'll invite you, if you feel comfortable, to close your eyes. You don't have to if it doesn't make you comfortable, but if it makes you feel comfortable, close your eyes. We'll do this together, welcoming in the light of Shabbat, the peace of this time. We begin with ourselves. We are all in need of love. We are all deserving of wholeness and light and peace. We open up our hearts and we offer ourselves this blessing. May I be safe. May I be free. May I find space to just be. Ken yehi ratzon, Ken yehi ratzon, Ken yehi ratzon. May I find my way back home. Ken yehi ratzon, Ken yehi ratzon. May I find my way back home. We call to mind someone who is good to us, someone whose face makes us smile, someone who always makes us feel better. Even when we don't feel like feeling better, somehow they know how. Maybe a teacher, maybe a friend, someone who reaches out, someone who really sees us, someone who knows exactly who we are, a source of good in your life. open up our hearts and we offer them this blessing. May you be safe, may you be free, may you be free, may you find space, may you find space, space to just be. Can you hear that song? Can you hear that song? Can you hear that song? May you find your way back home. Can you hear that song? Can you hear that song? May you find your way back home. We call to mind someone who is difficult for us, someone who is a challenge, someone who we don't understand. Even though we try and we try again, we don't understand them, they don't understand us. Someone who brings pain or confusion, someone who makes us feel small. We open up our hearts and we try to offer them this blessing. May you be safe, may you be safe, may you be free, may you be free, may you find space, may you find space, space to just be. Can you hear that song? Can you hear that song? Can you hear that song? May you find your way back home. Can you hear that song? Can you hear that song? May you find your way back home. And we call to mind all that is good here, all the love in this community, all the hope in this community, and the connection we provide even in our tiny boxes. When we show up, when we say yes, good people who feel comfortable singing loudly in their living rooms, even though no one can hear them, with some random human from the East Coast. I appreciate you. We are so grateful for you. A community that celebrates young leaders, a community that will hold Claire high tomorrow. Good people who value one another, all the good that we do when we reach out, when we say yes, joining our voices in song. We open up our hearts and we offer ourselves this blessing. May we be safe, may we be free, may we be free, may we find space, may we find space, space to just be. Can you hear that song? Can you hear that song? Can you hear that song? May we find our way back home. Can you hear that song? Can you hear that song? May we find our way back home. May it be so. Shabbat Shalom.
Elana, oh my gosh. That was just so beautiful at every level. At every level. You are a gift. Not only did you bring us a gift, but you are a gift to humanity, to your children, to your family. And we all are touched by God today because we get to have this soul print of life shared with you. And I actually want to take a moment for people who are here in the chat box to just reflect, to share something, to share how that moved you. And I'm going to give us just a little bit of time so that you can take in how you made us feel. So we encourage everyone who's here to write something in the chat box about what you're feeling right now as a response to this beautiful gift. I'm going to just read some of these as they come in. Elated, peaceful, loving. This was a moving moment in time. Appreciation, comforting and beautiful. Loving kindness is for everyone in our lives. My spirit is soaring. Thank you so much. It was so nice to hear your voice and have time to introspect together as a community. Beautiful, nourishing, healing, a beautiful reminder of how connected we are. Safety and peace is so vital. Thank you. Appreciated the positive energy and beautiful messages for all. So blessed to be part of this beautiful moment and beautiful community with your beautiful music. Friends, continue to let those soar in, because we need those affirmations. The affirmation is not only for Elana, but it's for all of us. We need our voices of goodness to be heard. And that does lead us to our next prayer, the Elenu. The Elenu is a prayer of peace. It's peace in the future. It's a prayer that says that when we pull together and we realize that there is oneness in the world, then we can achieve it. Bayom hahu yihiyeh Adonai echad. On that day, God will be one, but only because we're working toward it. We ask the congregation to rise once again.
Aleinu leshabeach ladon hakol, latet gedula leotze breshit, shelo asanu kugei ha'aratzot, velo samanu kemishbechot ha'adama, shelo sam chelkenu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamanam. Vanachnu korim umishtachavim umodim lifnei melech malchei hamlachim hakadosh baruch hu v'nemar v'haya Adonai lemelech al kol haaretz bayom hahu Yeh Adonai echad, u'shemo echad.
Please be seated, everyone. As I'm here for this service, my husband Ron is one room over, helping to lead services for Congregation Beit Chaim Chadashim. It's kind of how it works in our household. We each tend to do separate things within feet of each other. The reason that he was asked to be there tonight is that the world is observing Transgender Day. And BCC is the first LGBTQI congregation in the world, right here in Los Angeles. It's, of course, not the only one now. But on this particular day, communities all over the world think about and remember those who have died in the transgender community. And while that doesn't directly affect the majority of people in this space, it does affect all of us, because everyone here has someone in our family who is transgender. Someone. It may be a cousin, it may be a child, it may be a parent, it may be a spouse, it may be a friend. And so we're going to offer a reading tonight before Mourner's Kaddish so that we as our congregation can give voice to this community. Carol, if you can please pull up the reading that I sent. Thank you. Twilight People Prayer for Transgender Day of Remembrance. As the sun sinks and the colors of the day turn, we offer a blessing for the twilight. For twilight is neither day nor night, but in between. We are a twilight people. We can never be fully labeled or defined. We are many identities and loves, many genders and none. We are in between roles at the intersection of histories, or between place and place. We are crisscrossed paths of memory and destination. Streaks of light swirl together. We are neither day nor night. We are both, neither, and all. May the sacred in between of this evening suspend our certainties, soften our judgments, and widen our vision. May this in-between light illuminate our way to the God who transcends all categories and definitions. May the in-between people who have come to pray be lifted up into this twilight. We cannot always define. We can always say a blessing. Blessed are you, God of all, who brings on the twilight. And this is from a colleague, Rabbi Reuben Zellman. We remember at this time, in addition to those in the transgender community, those from the Temple Akiba community for whom we are in mourning. We begin with those for whom we are in Shloshim, including Jerry Sriro. And if there's anyone else observing Shloshim, we ask that you please put those names in our chat box. We continue with the yard sites, the anniversaries of the deaths that occur on this Shabbat. And I'll begin with those who have plaques in our Sue and Jerry Orfrig Memorial Room. Tilly Baskin, Meyer Bauer, Hyman Berman, Ida Kimmelman, Mildred Lachey, Harriet Mann, Isaac Meyerhoff, Martin Moses, Leon Opperman, Ira Roseman, Aaron Erfrig. And as I continue with additional yard sites, if there are names of people that you know for whom you are observing a yard site, please share those in the chat box. Charlotte Altfest, Beverly Ball, Terry Bindman, Sophie Dubinsky, George Greenberg, Frederick Hauptman, Robert Heyman, Nancy Hinden, Zelda Levin Rosenkrantz, Aaron Leviton, Eva Matkovsky, Rose Myers, Hilda Michaels, Regina Ritter, Bernice Rosenfeld, Susan Schwartz, Clara Siegel, Leah Sargent Finkelstein, Suri Unterberger, Gloria Zaff. May those that we mentioned out loud, as well as those who continue to rest in your souls, giving you guidance each and every day, we ask that you please rise for Kaddish Yatom. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah, v'yamad yibrach rotei v'yamlich malchutei, b'chayechon v'yomechon, uv'chayei dechol Beit Yisrael, Bagalau v'zman kariv imru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach leolam oamei omaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach. V'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemed gursha barichu. Le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata. Tushbechata v'nechemata. Damiran bi'alma v'imru amen. Yehi shlama rabba min shemaya. V'chayim. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Useh shalom b'mromav. Hu ya'aseh shalom. Aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'al kol yoshvei tevel v'imru amen. May the one who causes peace to be known in the high heavens help us understand that by reaching out to one another, we create peace on earth as well. For all Israel and for all humanity, we say, Amen. Please be seated, everyone. Before our closing song, thank you very much to Carol Diamond, who is always behind the scenes, helping with our, not just helping with our Zoom. Carol, you are sort of the angel of Zoom. You are a true messenger for the rest of us. So we very much appreciate it. Mazel tov, Claire, to you and your entire family. We can't wait to celebrate tomorrow at our Shabbat morning service. And Elana, wow, you so moved all of us tonight. And we're gonna close with some more singing. So take it away.
Thank you, Rabbi and Cantor, and to all of you for such a wonderful, warm Shabbat. And I wanted to leave you with a song about the power of each of our voices, particularly in light of Rabbi's reminder that it's Trans Awareness Week, and the idea of how much a part of our tradition it is to use our voices to stand up for justice and to stand up for those who don't have people to stand up for them. So this song has a call and response to it, and I will call, and then I would love for you to respond. I will open my eyes, I will open my eyes. Yep. I will not look away, I will not look away. I will use this heart I've been given every day. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice, my voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Try that. I have a voice. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. I will give of myself. I will give of myself. I will reach out my hand. I will reach out my hand. I will use this heart I've been given and take a stand. I have a voice. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. A moment of blessing from our morning blessings. Thanking God for making each one of us B'Tselem Elohim, in God's image, and thinking of the most divine piece of us inside, perhaps being that voice that we use to stand up for justice, to stand up for equality, to stand up for what we believe in. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asanu B'Tselem Elohim. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam she'asanu B'Tselem Elohim. I have a voice. I is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. I will fight for the truth. I will fight for the truth. I'll stand up for what's right. I'll stand up for what's right. I will use this strength I've been given and be a light. I have a voice. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. I have a voice. My voice is powerful. My voice can change the world. Change the world. May we each use our voices for good. May it be a sweet week. Shabbat Shalom. Thank you so much for having me.
Elana, Shabbat Shalom. Everyone, let's give her just one of these, right? Wow, wow, wow. Thank you again. Cantor, you have a challah for us tonight.
Of course I do. I have a ridiculously oversized challah tonight. It could feed our entire congregation.
Oh my gosh.
It is huge. So I'm going to hold it, and I'd love to invite our cantorial intern, Liz Baseman, to lead us in our hamotzi. But as always, our tradition is to reach out our hands, and let's all touch our virtual challah, or challah online, as we sing our blessing together.
Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. We give thanks to God for bread. Our voices join in happy chorus as our prayer is humbly said. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam. Hamotzi lechem min haaretz. V'te'avon.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. We're going to